fired up about trash talk from the Notre Dame receivers. How good did it feel to get the last word?
It felt real good. I mean, when I said it, I ultimately knew we were going to get the last word because the way we prepared through the week, we had an extra week to prepare, and I mean, it just paid off for us. So, I mean, when I was talking trash, I knew that my guys were going to back me up and I was going to back it up.
Was the game as chippy as you expected it to be?
From our sideline, it was. I don't know about theirs. I mean, it wasn't too chippy from them. I don't know what it was. I don't know if the scoreboard got to them or they were just scared, but it wasn't too much coming from those players.
So with that said, does Georgia Tech have the right to talk this time around because they got you last year? Does that take a little bit of motivation for you guys? Do you feel like you maybe owe this?
I mean, coming into this week, we're just preparing like, it's a new season. I mean, they beat us last year, and that's just what it was. We're coming in this week with a game plan that's going to put us in a position to beat Georgia Tech this Saturday, and that's all it is. I mean, it's not really no extra motivation because they beat us last year. It's the biggest game of the season for us, so that's all it is.
Why would you strip the ball down around the goal line? It looked like you specifically went in there with the intent to strip that football. Was that the case?
I mean, I was backside. I was just going, giving my all on the play. Went in to make a tackle. Seen he had the ball a little loose, and tried to go in and get the ball out. And ultimately, it worked out for me.
I know in the spring and the summer, you guys worked a lot on causing turnovers, forcing turnovers. How satisfying is it so far through the season? You're starting to do that. You're really making some plays now.
It's good. I mean, I'm very proud of what the defense has been able to do. Through the first course of the season, these first 4 games. I mean, we went in against Wofford. We didn't have any turnovers against Wofford, and that's something that Coach Sweeney, Coach Venables, put up, gave us a task to go out there and do that going in through the rest of the season, and we have been doing that, since App State. We've been going out there causing many turnovers, and we have to keep that going on, in order to help our offense.
Jayron, how much stock did you put into those people before the season saying you guys lost so many people or so many good people that there was no way this defense could be similar to what it was last year?
I mean, none really. I mean, I go out there and practice with those guys every day. We're in the weight room together every day, and I know the type of work we put in, in order to go out there and continue to be good. We lost a lot of great guys, but we had some guys backing them up that can play ball, like I say, all the time. So, I mean, I really didn't put anything into it. I mean, I knew what we could do. It was all a matter of time of when we got on the field and showed everybody else that we can do it.
Is Coach Sweeney giving the same "don't buy the lie" speech to you guys that he did after the game Saturday, just about Clemson's perception, place against Notre Dame, and all that?
Yeah, I mean, that's just the way we have to go through things. I mean, people's gonna always have their opinion. I mean, they feel like we weren't a good team. We got to go out there and prove it. And if they feel like we are a good team, we still have to go out there and prove it. So, I mean, no matter what the media says, we still have to go out there and do our job.
Is it frustrating at all for you guys that you were so dominant in the first 3 quarters, and then you gave up so many yards there in the 4th quarter and the points that they scored? That I don't know if people are remembering it exactly as the way that you guys dominated in 3 quarters. Does that frustrate you guys at all when you look at the films?
Nah, it doesn't frustrate us at all. I mean, we knew we went out there and played a solid 3 quarters, and the 4th quarter, things didn't go our way, and it's all correctable things. Guys misaligned, MEs and things like that. So I mean, it really doesn't frustrate us because we're going to attack those things this week, and we're going to go out there and correct them against Georgia Tech.
What challenge is Georgia Tech with the offense that they run and playing Wofford a couple weeks ago? Does that help you at all?
Yeah, it definitely helps us, getting that game in early during the season. And just with Georgia Tech, anybody running that offense it's always difficult, because everybody has to play assignment football, keep their eyes on their key, be disciplined with their eyes, because you can think somebody has the ball and the quarterback could be turning up the field running for 40 yards. So it's always difficult playing against those guys because, you just have to be disciplined on the front end and the back end. So that's really the only thing I feel like we have to go out there and attack this week.
Much as the Notre Dame win was big for confidence and rankings and all that, it didn't help you in the ACC race. How's the approach now that's pretty much 8 weeks all y'all?
I mean, we're just gonna come out there and do what we've been doing before. Just gonna beat Clemson, go out there, and we're going out there to win every game we play. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter if it helped us with it or not because, I mean, if we would have lost, we would have still been in contention for the ACC championship. We won, we're still in contention of the ACC championship, and just that win just helped us with what we're trying to do ultimately through the season and make it to the college football playoffs.
How much were you guys able to focus on Georgia Tech during this year? During the 2 weeks you had off?
We really didn't have too much time to focus on Georgia Tech. We really just focused on Notre Dame, and doing and getting down the game plan for what we had to do for that game because we knew the magnitude of that game, So, I mean, we really didn't have too much time to focus on Georgia Tech, but it's pretty much going to be sort of like what we did against Wofford. So we ultimately have I don't know the word I want to use, but, we have something in the back already for what they're going to do because we already played Wofford and we had that week of game prep for Wofford.
Is that you think that can carry over, especially with some of the younger guys, the responsibilities and doing what they're supposed to do?
Yeah, definitely will. Coming in my freshman year, my first time seeing the option was against Georgia Tech. Some of those young guys we have on the field, some guys with inexperience, they played against Wofford, so they already seen the option. So when they get out there against Georgia Tech, hopefully, because some of the things they do is ultimately the same thing with what Wofford did. Just they have more talent than Wofford, and it's going to be difficult to do the same things we did at Wofford, but ultimately it's going to help those young guys because they've seen it before earlier during the season.
Have you got to watch any of Georgia Tech this year at all?
Yeah, we watched Georgia Tech this morning.
Now, what's going on with them that you see why they're struggling a little bit more than say they were a year ago?
I honestly don't know why they're struggling. I mean, Georgia Tech's a good football team. They have some good athletes. Coach Paul Johnson's a great coach. I honestly don't know why they're going through what they're going through.
Such a big win for you guys. I know win that you're going to remember forever. And then you see Georgia Tech team has 3 losses. Is there any concern at all that they're not the Georgia Tech they used to be and that overlooked back?
Not with us. They could have been 5-0, and we were still going to attack the game how we are. Now that they lost 3 games, so it really doesn't matter that they lost 3 games. I mean, we know they're a good football team. We know what they're capable of. We know if we go out there and don't do our job, we know we can. The end result can be bad for us. So we're going to go out there and attack it like they're undefeated.
What is Georgia Tech more dangerous because they've lost 3?
I would say that I'll put them in the category with Louisville. Just going down and things not going your way through the season. Playing against Clemson can be a big turning point for the team during the season. So they go out there and beat us. That gets everybody motivated. For the rest of the season. So I definitely put them in that category with Louisville and know that we have to come out there and give our all to leave with the W.
Justin Thomas, he's so difficult in a lot of ways. Talk about what he does so well and what he did against you guys last year that really kind of helped them win that game.
Last year he was great. He managed the game well. He did everything he had to do. Being the quarterback of the option. We just have to focus on him because we know the things he's capable of. What he did to us last year. With some great things. And it helped them propel to that win. So we know we have to go out there and focus on him. We got to focus on those backs and those motions and things like that. But ultimately, Coach V is going to put us in the best position to go out there and make plays.
That's what makes them so difficult when he's in that quarterback because he does a little bit more say than quarterbacks they've had in the past, and that kind of gives them another option, if you will, as far as why you guys got to be more sound in your assignments.
Yeah, it definitely does because he can do some great things. I mean, he's not only a runner, he can drop back, sprint out, and make some big time throws, and get it to his receivers, and those guys can make some plays. So I mean, he definitely poses a threat for us, but we just got to go out there and play discipline, like I said earlier.
We asked Deshaun earlier, defense benefits from the crowd noise, the atmosphere. Deshaun, we asked him earlier, was it the way compared to his past experiences in Clemson? And I'm going to ask you the same thing. Since you've been in Clemson, compare this crowd to this past Saturday.
I would probably say that crowd was probably like Georgia, my freshman year. It was a primetime game as well. First game of the season, 2 top 15 teams, and the crowd was ridiculous that night. And they also were ridiculous last Saturday. I mean, I can't say enough about our fans. They did their job and we did our job. I love what they did. I mean, I think I read something about Herbstreit said he thought 5 people was going to be out there. It was 82,000 in the rain getting soaked. So, man, I mean, I can't say enough about our fans. I love our fans.
Did you notice the effect it had on their team? Did you see their team actually having problems communicating? 'Cause at
Oh.
one point they had 3 penalties in a row, and
Yeah,
it all
I-
come from the crowd.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. I mean, they had 2 delayed games back to back, and I know that's definitely a benefit of our crowd being loud, our crowd being in tune into the game. So I definitely feel like the crowd definitely held a big part in that win. And it was good. We just got to keep that up. We're gonna do our job, and hopefully our fans do their job.
Coming off that big win, how would you describe the personality and I guess overall confidence level of this team right now?
I probably say it's the same as it been. I mean, we've been confident. We've been thought we can come in and win the game. We've been thought we were a top team in the nation. We're going to go through the rest of this season the same exact way with that same confidence level that we've been had. Going out there and not overlooking no opponent. Just giving our all whenever we step between the lines.
When you look at film of Georgia Tech playing Notre Dame, is it particularly helpful or beneficial that you just saw in person the team that you're watching on?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be beneficial. We're going to go back and watch that Notre Dame Georgia Tech game, and see what Notre Dame did to those guys, from a defensive aspect, because they held those guys to, I think, 6 points all the way into the fourth quarter, late in the game. So we're definitely going to go back and watch that and see the things Notre Dame did, that kind of messed those guys up, and was able to give Notre Dame success. So we're going to go back and look at that and, incorporate some of that into our game plan.
Jayron, it seems like you're in the middle of every turnover that there is out there somehow, some way. Is there a knack for developing that? I mean, is that just a mentality that you've always had that, hey, I'm going to make something happen. I'm going to make, the ball's going to get loose and I'm going to get it.
I just go by the game. If I do my job, I'm gonna make a play. And I'm just gonna give my all. If the ball's being ran to the other side of the field, I'm gonna get over there. Just doing my job. And just giving 110% for the team. And when you're trying to get around the ball, great things happen for you, even when you're not anticipating it. So I definitely just feel like that just comes with hard work. And just giving everything I got for the team.
Does it sometimes seem crazy how many come your way? Because it looked like on Proceed's fumble, the ball squirts out, and the only one there is you. You're the only one there to pick it up.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a blessing. I'm blessed, with the talent that God gave me, and I'm blessed with having that opportunity, and He continues to bless me. I give all credit to God. I mean, that's really all I can say. I'm just playing football, doing my job, and things like that just seem to happen. So I don't know why it happened. It just does.
We heard a lot from you last week. This week, a lot of respect for Georgia Tech and all that stuff. Last week, you're a little more brash about Notre Dame. Do you see that as kind of? I mean, it was kind of like everybody was like that, kind of on edge and really jacked up the plays. Is it kind of like almost back to normal a little bit now? Did that game kind of amp you guys up a little bit more than normal?
I mean, honestly, I probably wouldn't have said nothing about Notre Dame if they wouldn't have been talking on Twitter. I mean, I wouldn't have said nothing about them. I mean, I just feel like, they're talking. That's a sign of disrespect to me, and I don't like to be disrespected. So, I felt like I had to say what I had to say and went out there and did what I had to do. We just know Georgia Tech's a good team. Everybody's coming in with the mindset that we have to prepare hard. We have to have a good week of practice to go out there and pull this victory off. Because they pose, like I said, they do a lot of things that we don't normally work on. They're going to cut our guys. They're going to stalk and go our guys and things like that. So, but I definitely have respect for those guys. I have respect for those guys, those players on the guys' team. I mean, they're a great team, and they have a great coach. And we just have to go out there and do what we have to do to pull out this W.
I asked Deshaun this question earlier, and now I'm going to ask you. How would you evaluate Dabo's defense?
Oh man, he's getting it together. It's better than it was last year. I don't know, man. He's trying.
Has anybody kind of taken him under his wing and told, "Hey, coach, man, you need to do a little more like this"? Like, are there guys that do that?
You got guys like G Hop who try to mentor him, you know, and try to get him right, show him how it should be done. But I mean, he just does what he has to do. I mean, his rhythm is a little off, so.
No chance he's
I
gonna
know.
make it on Dancing with the Stars either.
Oh nah, definitely not. I don't know. He could make a pop up. I don't know. You know, he could get it together. You know, we keep doing all this winning. You know, the more practice he's gonna get. So he could get it together eventually.
So you're saying if he makes it on Dancing with the Stars, that means it's been a special season?
Oh yeah, definitely. If he makes it on there, that means he's been getting a lot of practice in that locker room. So hopefully he makes it to Dancing with the Stars, because that means we've been successful. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Coach on Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah.
All right, appreciate it.
Thanks, Jayron.